Are you someone who doesn't use subtitles to learn English when you're watching a movie? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about why you should.
Shouldn't.
Should.
Shouldn't.
Should.
Shouldn't.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another. Hey, can you see what this means? Because I can't understand, because I understand you reading it, but you're listening to it kind of episode. We're the hosts. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
And thanks for joining us on the MJ and Adam Show, where we invite you to become our friend in this natural English conversation, learn some new words, phrases, but best of all, get a feeling for English, because that is something you cannot find in a textbook. Today's video, everyone, is a debate. We love the debates as well as all of you. You guys give us so much love, a lot of thumbs up on all the videos that have the debates. So this one's coming in hot, and it's a really, really interesting topic. Today, everyone, we're going to debate about whether you should or shouldn't use subtitles to learn English. So if you're new here, our debates work just like this. We got the two sides of the argument. I will be taking the side of yes, you should turn on subtitles.
And I will be taking the side of no, you should not.
So we have two rounds. The first round, we both get 1 minute to give our points about why we think our side is the best. And then we get one more minute during the rebuttal round to give a little hot fire, as some people say, back to the others, telling them why their points were wrong and giving some extra points on top of that if we have any. And then at the end, everyone who's watching on YouTube right now, go down in the comments and you can vote for who had the better argument, as well as give us your 2 cents, what you think about the topic.
Yeah.
All right, so I will be going first in this one. So Adam, get that clock ready. 1 minute.
All right. 1 minute on the clock.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Start.
Okay, so I will be giving you a few reasons why you should be turning on Japanese subtitles when you are watching maybe an English movie, so you can learn a little bit more about it. Because one of the things is, what's a great thing about a movie? Enjoying it, having fun and enjoying it. If you're watching an English movie, English spoken full movie, you're going to be lost maybe. You're not going to understand who's actually kissing who or fighting who, depending on what the movie. It's not going to be enjoyable. It's not going to be fun. And by turning the subtitles on, you can get a better grip of what is happening. Therefore, you're going to be having fun. And that's what it's all about, having fun. Another thing is, hey, that there's a few things that are good for the brain. One of them is reading, my friends. So if you're reading more, that means your brain is getting better. Hey, that's going to just give you more power to learn more. That's great. And another thing is, if you got subtitles on, you can watch movies in noisy places, like in airplanes or bars, or even in quiet places like a library, because you can read. That's it.
Very nice.
There we go.
But I think I have something to say about that.
All right.
And I will tell you in a minute.
Here we go. Let's flip the table around and give Adam his 1 minute.
Okay.
Hear his points about why he thinks turning those subtitles off is better.
Great. So my 1 minute is on the clock. In 3, 2, 1, go. I set myself up. All right. So, my first point is that when you're watching a movie, if you're focusing too much on the subtitles, you end up missing some things. You end up reading the lines and thinking about them a little bit. Your brain gets a little bit caught up in the reading rather than watching the actual picture on the screen, which is why you paid $13.95 to come sit down in a movie with a bunch of random people to watch the movie, but you're reading. Second thing, subtitles don't always capture the essence of what is happening in the film. They don't capture the nuances or the subcultures that are being presented. So if you don't watch, you won't really understand what's going on anyway, even if you're reading the subtitles. Number 3, that was number 3. What's number 2? They don't explain the situation either. Sometimes subtitles just say yes or no, but you can't see the expressions. You can't see the people's reactions to things, and you still don't understand. And number 4, subtitles are text. When you're reading text, you're reading. So just get a book.
Just get a book.
That's not the end of it, but yes, you're reading was my point.
Okay. Yes, you are reading. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens in this rebuttal round, everyone. 1 minute up on the clock for me now to tear down some of Adam's points.
Ready? 2, 1, go.
All right. So you're talking about you can miss a lot of things if you're reading the subtitles and you're not focusing on the movie. You know, I just got to go back to where if you're focusing on the movie and you're not understanding what's being said, then even if you see the facial expression of someone looking sad, you might not know that actually he's not sad of this thing, but it could be a totally different thing because, hey, you weren't reading. You got to be reading. Okay. Another thing is, you're not saying, you said how the subtitles sometimes they change them a little bit for the different languages. You know, sometimes you lose that essence or you can't understand the subculture, you know. But if you're going to try to explain the subculture of, I don't know, like growing up watching like DuckTales or something, where you have no idea in this other country what DuckTales is, you can't use that reference. And therefore, you're going to have to write a whole essay trying to explain that one point. So you got to just change it up. I don't know.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one because I think we both exhausted all that we needed to say about subtitles.
Yes.
But I'm going to see if I can pull something out of my hat.
Let's hear it.
All
1
right.
minute up on the clock.
1 minute up on the clock. In 3, 2, 1. So I get what you're saying about, you know, understanding everything that's by reading. You're reading the subtitles. You'll be able to understand and enjoy the movie, which is why you came to watch the movie in the first place. But some things you can enjoy, and sometimes people get so caught up in the movies that they fail to enjoy the movies because they're watching the subtitles and there's text on there that they don't understand, or they don't make the match between the movie and what's written on the text, and they end up getting confused and worrying and looking to their neighbor to find out what's happening. Then their neighbor is not enjoying the movie because someone's talking to them the whole time. That's the problem with subtitles. If you're focused too much, which is what I was saying in the first place, you're going to lose out on the enjoyment. So why not just focus? Try to enjoy it the best as you can by watching it and not worry about what's being said. And then read the book later on, because that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a book later explaining, or reviews.
There you have it, everyone. Me and Adam just went in head to head debating about whether you should be turning on subtitles so you could learn a language. Okay, so go in the comments down below and vote for who you think had the better argument. So now, Adam, we have a few more minutes, so let's hear about using subtitles to learn a language. So in our case, you know, we studied Japanese. Mm-hmm. Were you someone who used English subtitles when you were watching a Japanese TV show, movie, or anime?
Yes, of course. Without it, I'd be completely lost because it's a foreign language. So it goes against 100% what I was saying in the beginning in my debate, but that's the truth. I didn't understand Japanese at all, and I was trying to learn. So at first, it was even difficult to understand what is a word. You know, when people like how people speak sentences. I didn't know what the word was, like if they said a full sentence. So I ended up trying to figure out what is the word for what is the word for this, what is the word for that. And that's where a lot of language learners get confused at first. So having the subtitles there at first, when I don't understand the language I'm trying to study, is really helpful, but it also helped to just like kind of look away once I started learning what the words were, and not focusing so much on the subtitles, but more on what's happening. And I enjoyed it. It was a little difficult, of course, but and I would glance at the subtitles, but I tried my best to not, like, to just figure out what they're trying to say by watching what's on the screen. And then if I didn't understand something, I would go in the subtitles. But a lot of times, like, it doesn't really translate, especially from Japan to English. Some of the things, I'm not going to say them on here, but they would translate them weird because that's how they would make it funny for the children, especially in anime. How was it for you in your situation?
At the beginning, when I know nothing of Japanese, zero, I didn't use any kind of like video or TV show for learning.
Oh,
I just use it as like
entertainment.
Yeah. So even like with anime, like I was always watching it dubbed in English. And when I would watch a live action movie from Japan, I would watch it in Japanese and of course have the subtitles because I wouldn't know what's going on.
Right.
But I would have to say that maybe it was a little bit of learning just for my ears.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was getting used to the different sounds, even though I wasn't really focusing on them. I was still reading, but the sounds were coming into the mind, right?
Yeah.
So once I got a better understanding of Japanese and I could know like words here and there, I remember one experience I had. The first movie that I went to in Japan, I saw Spirited Away.
Yeah.
In theaters. And of course, there was no subtitles. So I was there sitting, watching this Japanese movie. My level was really low, but I could pick up traces here and there.
Right.
And I had a Japanese friend who I was there with, and they could help me out a little bit. So like, you know, when it was quiet and I was just like really confused, I was like, wait, so why did that just happen? You know? But it wasn't, again, I left the movie like, yeah, it was good, but I was like, but I was lost.
Yeah.
I couldn't fully
enjoy
it because I was like left like hollow. I'm like, well, what exactly happened? I don't know. It was pretty cool. Like there's some
the visual effects were good.
You know?
It was kind of interesting.
It was crying sometimes, but I guess it was a happy ending. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So it is definitely really good to utilize subtitles.
Yeah.
And I actually have like a little strategy on how you can use subtitles if you want to learn a language. Can be any language. So my strategy is watch the movie in the natural language. So if you're learning English, so watch it in English, turn on Japanese subtitles so you can understand the story, everything what's happening, the characters, what they're saying and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then next time you watch the movie, turn on the English subtitles if you have them. Hopefully they do. So you can watch it in English and then pick up the English words as they're going on screen. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe it'll give you a different understanding of it through reading. Some people are better at reading than just listening. So that could be an advantage. It's a little help right there. And then the final step, by that time, you probably know what the story is. You know what's going to happen. So you can turn off all subtitles and just watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah. That's what I would have done as well if I was learning Japanese. I didn't do it all the time, occasionally, but there's of course no Japanese subtitles, but I would try to watch with English and then without, basically.
Yes, exactly. So, and I feel like that's like more of like a kind of beginner styling of learning to use that, maybe intermediate as well. Yeah. But like for now, like if I'm going to watch a movie, I'll probably just watch it all in Japanese. Yeah. And just be like, there's something I don't understand. It wouldn't bother me because there'll probably be other parts that I get in the movie that kind of give me the answer of what that thing was that I didn't get just before.
You have the oh moment, like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see now. Yeah.
There you have it, everyone. Let us know in the comments below who won the debate. Who do you think won the debate? What do you think about it? Do you use subtitles to learn English? Do you turn them on? I know a lot of people do for our YouTube videos. They like to use the English captions. So let us know.
Yeah. But that's it. We'll see you on the next step.